Shalom, Israel. You know, I don't know why people still talking about, you know what I'm saying, this Paul worship, Freaking, it's no Christ in the Torah, so obviously they can't be reading. Uh, they go to, I believe they going off, you know what I'm saying, they preachers, and they just all in what they preach talking about. It's the letters of Paul. If they really do their research, they could see that clearly that the time frames just don't match up, with Paul and Moses and the prophets. Uh, Plus, you know what I'm saying, Paul showed himself to be a liar. He was shown to be a liar. So for people that still believe it, it just really don't make a lot of sense. I mean, it's 2017. We should have been elevated, so I don't know what to say. But I'm bring out this work. So we're gonna start it off. We're gonna say Kal Halallah Yahawah Ka with Yira Yahawah Elohim Malak La Yasharael. Alright. So we're gonna go start it off. We're gonna go to the book of Isaiah. You know what I'm saying? Just to it's not gonna be a really long video, It's just we gotta rebuke, all this nonsense. Matter of fact, before we go to the book of Isaiah, we're gonna go to the book of Exodus. It started off right, Alright, we're gonna start it off in the book of Exodus, chapter 20, and we're gonna read 1 through 3. Right? Say God spoke all these statements, saying, I am Yahawah, your God, who has taken you out of the land of Egypt from the house of slavery. You shall not recognize the gods of others in my presence. See? So Yahawah, he took us out of Egypt, out of the house of slavery, And he told us not to recognize gods of others in his presence. We don't recognize gods of others. Verse 4, you shall not make yourself a carved image, nor any likeness of which is in heaven above, or in the earth below, or in the water beneath the earth. You shall not prostrate yourself to them, nor worship them. For I am Yahawah, your God, a jealous God, who visits the sin of the fathers upon the children to the third and the fourth generations, for my enemies. See? For my enemies, but who shows kindness for the thousands of generations of those who love me and observe my commandments. See? So the Most High showing us, man, that we don't worship no other gods. We don't bow down to no other gods. We don't, make no carved images of anything in heaven, So, I mean, I could keep going, but if I even keep going, I still don't see Christ in there. But I do see Yahawah saying that he's the only God. You know what I'm saying? But with that, like I said, we're going to go to Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, and get going. All right, let's go to Isaiah chapter 14. All right. As you can see, this is Lucifer, the angel that fell from heaven, the demon. We're going to read Isaiah 14, 12 through 21. All right. Say, how have you fallen from heaven, O glowing morning star? Okay? You have been cut down to the ground, O conqueror of nations. One more time real quick. Verse 12. How have you fallen from heavens? Who? O glowing morning star. Remember that. O glowing morning star. You have been cut down to the ground, O conqueror of nations. You have said in your heart, I will ascend to the heavens, hide in the stars of God. I shall raise my throne. I will sit at the mount of meeting on the northern side. I will ascend over the tops of the clouds. I will liken myself to the Most High. But to the netherworld have you been lowered, to the bottoms of the pit. Those who see you will take note. They will contemplate you carefully. Is this the man who made the land tremble, who made the kingdoms quake, who made the world like a wilderness and tore down its cities, who never released his captives to go home? All the kings of the nations, all of them, lie in honor in his place, each in his place. But you have flung from your grave like a detested tree shoot, like the garment of corpse pierced by the sword, which are lowered into the stones of the pit, like the trampled carcass. Verse 20, you will not join them in burial, for you have destroyed your land and killed your people, your evil offspring, you not. He said, your evil offspring, for your evil offspring will not be called by your name for long. Prepare a slaughter for his sons, for their father's iniquity. See that? Let them not arise and inherit the land, lest the world become full of enemies. See that? So the Most High asked you, he say, how have you fallen from the heavens, O glowing morning star? You know what I'm saying? How did you fall? The Most High made you. He the one. That's how you fell. You know what I'm saying? And with that, we're gonna go into this freaking the book of Revelations. You know what I'm saying? Because we gotta show you who your morning star is. Because you see in Isaiah it say that Satan is your glowing morning star, Lucifer, right? So Lucifer, your morning star, he fell from the heavens. He's the fallen angel. How have you fallen, O glowing morning star? All right. So now let's go to the book of Revelation. All right. We're in Revelation 2, chapter 2, and we're going to read verses 27 and 28. You know what I'm saying? And this links right with that Isaiah. Remember, you know what I'm saying? Remember that in Isaiah, the Most High Yahawah, he's showing you know what I'm saying, that Lucifer, Satan, is, you know what I'm saying, the bright morning star. That's Isaiah 14, 12 through 21, like we read. All right. Now we're at Revelations chapter 2, verse 27. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron, as the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers, even as I receive of my Father. And I will give him the morning star. And with that, we're going to go to Revelations 22 and 16 to show you exactly who referring to be this morning star. Because you see, so I'm going to give you the morning star. And that's right there in Revelations 2 and 2 and 28. So now we at 22 and 16. You say, Jesus. See, that's who your morning star is. Say, Jesus, have sent my angel to testify to you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright morning star. You say, I'm the root and the offspring of David and the bright morning star. Right? So Jesus is, you know what I'm saying, this bright morning star. And in Isaiah 14, who did Yah tell you that the bright morning star was? Satan. So right there you see that Jesus is Satan. But hold on, we ain't done yet. We're going to keep it going. All right, we're in the book of Acts, chapter 22, verse 6. Because this also links to this morning star, right? Who is who? Satan, Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? AKA Jesus. Yahawah. All right. Acts 22 and 6. It came to pass that I made my journey and came high unto Damascus about noon. Suddenly there shone from heaven a great light round about me. And I fell unto the ground and heard a voice saying unto me, Saul, Saul, why persecute thou me? And I answered, Who art thou, Lord? And he said unto me, I am Jesus of Nazareth, whom you persecuted. See? So you see in verse 6 that it's referencing to this great light round about me. Right? And who is this light? You should ask. Or how do we even know it's to be true, being it come from Paul? Right? But this light is this same morning star. This great light is this morning star. He tell you Jesus Christ. And in Revelations, Jesus told you he the morning star. And in Isaiah, you know what I'm saying, Yahawah told you that Lucifer is that morning star. So it all links back to Lucifer. You know what I'm saying? It's clear. It's clear as day. Wake up. You know what I'm saying? We ain't done though, because people hate to believe that Paul is a liar. So we gonna go to Acts 21, right? Let's get it. All right, we're at Acts 21. We're gonna read 17 through 24. All right, we're in verse 17. It says, And we were come to Jerusalem. The brother received us gladly. And the day following, Paul went with us unto James, and all the elders were present. See, so when they went to Jerusalem, Paul went to go see James, and the elders were present. All right? And when he had saluted them, he declared particularly the things God had wrought among the Gentiles by his ministry. And when they heard it, they glorified Yahawah. And they said unto him, See thy brother, how many of thousands of Jews, see, talking about the Hebrew Israelites, that are which believe and are all zealous of the law. So all of the Israelites, they still followed the law. They were still zealous for the law. And they are informed of thee, that thou teachest all the Jews that are among the Gentiles to forsake Moses, saying that they ought not circumcise their children, neither walk after the customs. See, so Paul was teaching the people not to circumcise and not to walk after the customs, the Torah. You know what I'm saying? He was off. You know what I'm saying? 22. What is it therefore the multitudes must need come together, for they will fear that thou art come. Shalach, for they will hear that thou art come. Do therefore this that we say to thee, 4 men which have a vow on them, take them take and purify themselves with them. See, so he took them and he had to purify himself with them and be at charges with them. So he was put at charges that they may shave their heads, and all may know that those things they were informed concerning thee. See, concerning the things that he was talking about concerning the law, you know what I'm saying, not following the customs, you know what I'm saying, and not having to circumcise, those things. So the things thereof they were informed concerning thee are what? Are nothing. See, are lies. But thou thou thyself also must walk orderly and keep it the law. See, so Paul had to walk orderly and keep it the law, but see, he wasn't. Right? All right, we got an extra verse for those who don't know about it. Acts 21. We're going to read 27 through 30. You know what I'm saying? Just we're going to go through 31. Matter of fact, we're going to go through 32. 27 through 32. Saying, when the 7 days were almost ended, the Jews which were of Asia, when they saw him in the temple, stirred up all the people and laid hands on him, crying out, men of Israel, this is the man that teaches all men everywhere against the people and the law in this place. Further brought Greeks also into the temple and had polluted his holy place. See? For they had seen before with him in the city Trophimus the Ephesian, whom they supposed that Paul had brought into the temple. And all the city was removed, and all the city was moved, and the people ran together, and they took Paul, and they drew him out of the temple, and forthwith the doors were shut. And as they went about to kill him, tidings came unto the chief captain of the band that all Jerusalem was in an uproar, who immediately took soldiers and centurions. See? So these Roman centurions, and they ran down unto them. And when they saw the chief captain and the soldiers, they left beating of Paul. So when the Israelites, when they saw the chief and these soldiers, they left from beating Paul. Then the chief captain came near and took him and commanded him to be bound with 2 chains, and demanded who he was and what he had done. And some cried one thing, some cried another among the multitude. And when he could not know the certainty of the torment, he commanded him to be carried into the castle. And when he came unto the stairs, it was. He was born of the soldiers for the violence of the people. For the multitude of the people followed after, crying, away with him. See? So they were saying, away with him. See, so they was trying to kill Paul, the Israelites, and the Greeks, the Romans, saved him. See? And that was Acts 21, 27 through 30. I actually went through 36. All right? I check out what this dude said, man. Paul is just something else. I tell you, he admitted to being a liar, though. But we in Romans 3 and verse 7. Say, for if truth of God had more abundant through my lie. See, so he just admitted to being a liar. Right. This cat, he said, for if the truth of God had more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I judged as a sinner? Because nigga, you's a liar. For if the truth of God had more abounded through my lie unto his glory, why yet am I also judged as a sinner? And not rather as we be slanderously reported, and as some affirm that we say, let us do evil that good may come, whose damnation is just. I mean, this nigga say, let us do evil so good may come. He's a liar, man. This nigga is wicked, y'all. He a demon. For real. Alright, look, we're Isaiah 43. We're going to read 10 through 11. Is y'all ready for this? Is y'all ready? I ask. Check this out. Say, you are my witnesses, the word of Yahawah, and my servant whom I have chosen, so that you will know and believe in me and understand that I am he. Before me, nothing was created by a God, nor will there be after me. See? Say, I am Yahawah. I am Yahawah. And there is no deliverer aside from me. You say, I am Yahawah. And there is no other deliverer aside from me. Where is Yahawah? Where is your Christ? Where is your Buddha? Umtep? You know what I'm saying? Y'all crazy. Say, I am Yahawah. There is no other deliverer aside from me. See? He told you, say, before me nothing was created, nor will there be after me. I am Yahawah. And there is no other deliverer aside from me. That kills that Christ Paul letters, man, I'm telling you. All right, we're at Exodus chapter 3. We're reading it 2 through 4. All right. And the angel of Yahawah appeared to him in a blaze of a fire from amid the bush. See? So the angel of the Most High Yahawah came to Moses from the midst of the bush. He saw, and behold, the bush was burning in the fire. But the bush was not consumed. See? So the bush was on fire, but the bush was not consumed. Moses thought, I will turn aside now, and took a look at this great sight. Why will the bush not be burned? Yahawah saw that he turned aside to see, and God called to him from amidst the bush and said, Moshe, Moshe. And he replied, here I am. He said, do not come close. Remove your shoes from your feet, for the place that you stand upon, the place which you stand is holy ground, right? So the Most High angel appeared to Moses in the bush. See? The angel of Yahawah appeared to Moses in the blaze from a fire from amid the bush. So it's the angel of Yahawah, right? So it's quite different than how it happened with Paul. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Paul was told to teach against Moses and the Torah. What a coincidence. Ain't that crazy? See? But the angel Yahawah appeared to Moses in the midst of the bush. And he appeared to the prophets differently than what Paul claimed. You know? But with that, we're going to keep it going. We're going to go to Exodus 33:11. All right, we're at Exodus chapter 33, verse 11. Check this out. It says, Yahawah would speak to Moses face to face as a man would speak with his fellow. Then he would return to the camp. So the Most High would speak to Moses face to face as he would a fellow. Then Moses would return to the camp. See that? All right. All right, we're at Exodus chapter 34, verse 27. We're going to read 27 and 28. It said, Yahawah said to Moses, write these words for yourself, for according to these words I have sealed a covenant with you and Israel. And he remained there with Yahawah for 40 days and 40 nights. He did not eat bread, and he did not drink water. He wrote on the tablets the words of the covenant, the 10 Commandments. Yeah. So he was with Yahawah for 40 days and 40 nights, writing the commandments. Right? It's nothing like what happened to Paul. But y'all gonna come to Paul and say teach against this when he had Moses do this? Come on, man. Get real. For real. Get real. All right, we're at Exodus chapter 1, verse 8. Check this out. A new king arose over Egypt who did not know Joseph. He said to his people, behold, the people, the children of Israel, are more numerous and stronger than we. Come, let us outsmart it, lest it become numerous, and it may be that if a war will occur, it too may join our enemies and wage war against us and go up from the land. So they appointed taskmasters over it in order to afflict it with their burdens. It built storage cities for Pharaoh, Pithom, and Ramesses. But as much as they would afflict it, it would increase. So it would spread out. So it would spread out, and they would become disgusted because of the children of Israel. Egypt enslaved the children of Israel with crushing harshness. They embedded their lives with hard work, with mortar and with bricks, and with every labor of the field. All their labors they were performed with them were with crushing harshness. See that? So they devised up a plan against Israel and Egypt. Right? And the reason I'm bringing this out is because it's like the same thing going on today. But our people is just not awoke. And it's like they don't want to wake up. They in love with the deceit. Alright? But let's go to Psalms 83. Alright, we're in Psalms 83. We're going to do 3 through 6. So remember, in Egypt, they devised up a plan against Israel. Now let's see what happened in Psalm. Say, for behold, your foes are in uproar, and those who hate you have raised up their head against your people. They plot deviously. They take counsel against those sheltered by you. They come, let us cut them off from nationhood. So Israel's name will not be remembered any longer. See? So they want to cut off your nationhood so the name of Israel won't be no longer. See, for they take counsel together anonymously. They strike a covenant against you. See? So they striking a covenant against you, Israel. They against you. See? They say, let us cut them off from being a nationhood. You know what I'm saying? See, they plot deviously. You know, they hate you. They raised up their head. They hate you. See? So the Most High, He warned us. He letting us know, you know, what's going on. But we It's like we the people refuse, you know what I'm saying, to just follow Yahawah and do what he wants us to do. Like, I just don't understand why it's so hard to turn away from wickedness, you know, and do what's right in the eyes of our Creator. You know, all praise to the Most High Yahawah for, you know, that we were created and had a chance to witness at life, you know. So with that, we're gonna go to Isaiah chapter 45. We're gonna end it out with this. Isaiah chapter. All right, we're at Isaiah chapter 45. We're gonna read verses 18. Say, for thus says Yahawah, Creator of the heavens. He is Elohim, the one who fashioned the earth and its maker. He established it. He did not create it for emptiness. He fashioned it to be inhabited. I am Yahawah, and there is no other. See that? Yahawah and no other. No Christ, man. No Yahawah Shai gods, man. It's crazy, y'all. Get real, cuz. Yahawah's alone, man. Yahawah God. You know, with that, you know, let us say, Yahawah God, you know.